Nick is a badass. This was absolutely amazing. Life changer.
This was just what I needed to gain the clarity and focus to take my business to the next level.
Nikki T gave me the tools to go out and crush my business in 2020 with effortless ease. I can't wait.
Nikki T gave me this for 2020, and it is going to be the best year ever.
Hey guys, Nicholas Trevillian here, founder of the Triumphant Agent, and welcome to another episode of the Triumphant Agent podcast. So in today's episode, really want to dive into our New Year business planner. So as you're hearing this right now, it's 2020, just kicked off the new year. And in your hand should be a free copy of my business and goal setting planner. Now, if you haven't downloaded your free copy yet, just simply go to thetriumphantagentplanner.com. Again, thetriumphantagentplanner.com. Download your free copy. Now, it's up to you how you want to use that copy. Now, if you're like me, I like to print and write things down. So feel free to print that out. You can go to a local print shop and get it printed there. Maybe you want to have it on your iPad or make it a fillable form or a PDF, whatever works for you. Hey, side note real quick. I've taught this class so many times. I have a lot of extra copies. So if you want an extra copy, be happy to just mail you one to your office, to your house. I have a bunch laying around the office here. So feel free to shoot me a message and I'll drop you a free printed copy. I already have some extras. Want to help you out there. So however you want to use this, that's fine. But as you're diving into today's podcast, I want you to really think of each section of the planner, really what my goal today, and I want to unpack is each section kind of what it means. You can use this as a start-stop guide through the planner too. So if you want to do that, maybe you have your planner in front of you. You want to use me as a guide and hit stop or pause and then fill some stuff out. Totally cool there. Or maybe you just want a bird's eye view and an overview of the planner. That's what I'm going to get into today. So the Triumphant Agent 2020 planner. I've used this planner for the past decade on my team. And it's helped us sell over 2,500 houses. $500 million of real estate. You're talking $550 million in real estate. We've cashed over $21 million of checks using this exact planner. And I use this for myself. So on the front, right when you guys get into the planner, there's just a quick little welcome from me. One of my favorite quotes is the Man in the Arena quote by Theodore Roosevelt. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, but there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. And I start with this quote because I admire you so much for going out and being an entrepreneur. We call ourselves realtors. We're not, guys. We are entrepreneurs. We're business people. And so I just admire you so much. And that quote really stands out to me and why I wanted to start your planner with that. Right next to that, you're going to have a letter from me just telling you how much I admire you and really what goes into this real estate business. So just welcome, guys. Helping real estate agents is my life's passion and mission. So just honored you're here. Honored to just play a small role in your real estate career, maybe add some value to your life. I know this exact planner has sold thousands and thousands and thousands of homes for other students outside of my team too. So really dial into this. And please just don't make this just another PDF download or something you got free online. Really dial into this planner and make this something that's great. I've been able to see these planners over the years where agents come back to me year after year and they have them all beat up and scribbled up. They've kind of used it as a handbook, as a blueprint for their business. And I just really want to give you this gift today. So let's really dial into this. For today's podcast, or really if you're doing this as an exercise, pause everything around you. Get off internet, stop scrolling Facebook, put your phone on airplane mode, and let's really dial into this because I know the impact that this planner can make in your business. I know the difference of having a plan and not, right? The difference of a goal and a wish is a plan, right? A goal without a deadline or a plan is just a wish. And that's like so many agents reach out to me, Nick, I want to sell more homes. Great, how many? Oh, I don't know. Nick, I want to make more money. Great, how much? I don't know. That's like us getting on an airplane at LAX in Los Angeles with no rhyme or reason of where we're going, right? The pilot doesn't just be like, hey, who wants to hop on this plane today? Hey, there's a captain here. Where do you guys want to go, right? It doesn't work that way. You have a clear destination. And with your real estate business, I keep using that word business and you're an entrepreneur, is have a clear destination of what that looks like. What does your business look like? I'm telling you right now that you can have it all. In your real estate business and life, you can create a business and a life by design. It's up to you to grab that pen. Let's grab that pen and let's design it. So let's dive into that. No matter what you're doing and where you're going, before you start working on the new year and new goals, it's really important to take a step back and look at how things went last year. So right here in this section is the 2019 victories. I love to start with victories because you got to look at what worked well for you last year. What did you do a really, really good job at? What went good last year? Take some time in the 2019 victories and list out everything that you did great last year. I don't know what that is in your world, but you can find so many different successes. I had 15 real estate agents fly in here to San Diego and spend 2 days with me for my Triumphant Life Transformation House. And we walked them through the 2019 Victories exercise. And what's so cool is, if you picture this, I had glass jars waiting for everybody and little sticky notes. And they got to put on each sticky note one of their biggest victories for the year. And they just started writing them. They were all different colored. They were multicolored. So as you were writing a victory down, would go in the jar, write another one, go in the jar. And these jars started, just colorful, beautiful jars. Side note, that's a great idea to have for yourself or at home, for your business or at your office, maybe for your family. You really have to start adding up those victories. Too often we start chasing new, right? We're wanting more. We want more. I want to sell more homes. And I get that. I'm with you. I'm doing it with you side by side. But so often it's so powerful to take a step back and look at how far you've come. So what are your 2019 victories? So if you're working with me as this, go ahead and pause this now, throw in some music, get to work on your victories. Now, if you're not, that's cool. Come back to this later. But at the very end of it, as you're going through all of your victories, there's going to be one that really stands out to you. Maybe a couple things you're like, wow, I'm really proud I did that. So what is the thing you are most proud of from last year? In 2019, looking back, what are you most proud of? And I really want you to own that moment and spend some time there in that moment and maybe circle that there, highlight it, put a star by that, share that with a spouse or family member, say, hey, I'm really proud of this. What did you do great last year? Not just with your business, maybe your life. What are some victories from your life too, right? Maybe you got back in shape, or maybe you lost 20 pounds, or maybe you broke 6 figures for the first time. I don't know what that is. Maybe you took your family on a vacation. What is the thing you're most proud of from last year? And that's the very first section. Next section, as we're looking at all the things we did great, it's very important to hold yourself accountable to and look at things that you learned and learning lessons and really, mistakes that you made last year. As we are business people, is not everything's going to go great, right? This is the hardest part of this entire handout. And can I just encourage you right now? It's just you and I here, okay? Be honest with yourself. The more honest you are with yourself and your business, the more growth you can have. Tony Robbins said it best, is you don't go to your rose garden and stare at it and want more roses and just chant, there's no weeds, there's no weeds, no weeds. That's just not going to happen no matter what, right? There's going to be things that happen. And you have to look at the realities of those, not worse than they are, not better than they are, but what they really are. So look at these as learning lessons from last year. Did you run some marketing last year that didn't work out? Were you a little less disciplined when it came to maybe your social media? Do you wish you would have done video better? Start listing out, what are your learning lessons? Oh man, I really gave up too much money to that client there. Or, man, I really wish I would have taken on this target market. Spend some time listening to that. My personal trainer says it's stepping on the scale. You have to know the realities of things. I approached him a few years ago and I wanted to get back in shape. And he said, Nick, the very first step, let's see where you're at. Let's look at your body fat and let's get on the scale. It's not better than it was, not worse than it was. There's nothing I can do that would change that. You have to look at your current business right now. How were things last year? Did you hit the level of income you wanted or did you not? Is your bank account where you wanted to be or is it not? What lessons did you learn last year? So it's really important to step on that scale and start looking at those lessons that you did learn. And we say it all the time, I wish I had a time machine. I wish I could go back in time. I actually believe we do have a time machine. And let me really explain what I mean with that. If Doc and Marty McFly from Back to the Future were to pull up in the DeLorean and Doc's like, get in, come with me. If you could go back a year ago, what would you tell yourself to do differently? This is what this exercise is. Really think about that. Man, I wish I would have started that campaign, or I wish I would have reached out to my past clients more. Wish I would have done more here, or done more with my fitness, or I really wish I didn't work as much nights and weekends. I wish I would have spent more time with the kids. I don't know what that is in your business and life by design. Whatever you're designing is a beautiful thing. What I'm saying is this, is if you could go back in time and draw that out and say, man, I wish I would have done that differently. Don't you in essence today actually have that time machine with you? Really think about that. So if you learned the lesson in 2019, can't you use that as tool, as ammunition, as fuel, and as knowledge moving forward? So you almost can see time, right? Because that was you. That was you last year. That was your business last year. You're not too far from that. And use those learning lessons as a catalyst to really change your business and trajectory moving forward. A lot of my biggest lessons have come, biggest mistakes or lessons, right? Where you're like, oh, that was a bad idea. A lot of times I use that as a catalyst to build a ton of momentum moving forward. I want you to, as you're looking at all those one or two things, you're like, oh man, I really wish I would have done that. I want you to circle those or star those or highlight those and answer this question. If I could go back to January 1st, 2019, as the ball had dropped, you're all jacked up for the new year, new me, all that stuff. What would you tell yourself to do differently? And what was my biggest learning lesson? So, if you could sit yourself down and go, hey, old me, 12 months ago me, hey, let's watch out for that. Or, hey, let's really start that video now. Or, hey, can we do more of this or less of this or whatever that is in your world? I really think as you're building towards the new year, it's important to look at where you've been, what you've gone through, how far you've come. Yes, your victories, what learning lessons you've hit last year so we can tweak those moving forward. So this is the next section right here. Moving on. So we've looked at what you did great, your learning lessons for the year. Let's start building the new. Here we go. New year, new me. I love it. Let's crank this up. So right here in the section, you're going to have your 2020 income. What is the total dream income you want for the new year? Not what you've made in the past, not what you think you could hit. What do you really want? Like right now, as I'm talking about this, you have that one number that comes to mind. Is that 100 grand or 150,000 or man, I want to break 50,000 for the first time or 200. 200 is my goal. I don't know what that is in your business. Maybe you're like, I'm going to million a GCI this year. You have that goal that's in your heart right now. I want you, the very first thing that comes to mind, to write this down for your 2020 income. The very first thing. Because the more time you spend on that, analyzing it, if I wanted to hit 125 grand, well, then I'd have to do this. No. What is that real number? Okay. What is our destination? Hey, we're leaving LAX. I want to go to New York. Boom. What's that quick answer? I want to get you 100 grand. Boom. A lot of agents, that's the first milestone. I teach the 6-figure blueprint. For me, it's really important to get to that first 6-figure year so you can prove to yourself that this is a viable business so you can make a substantial amount of income with. And 100 grand is just a baseline you can start building from there. So maybe that's for you. Maybe you left a corporate job and you were making $50,000 a year at the corporate job and you want to replace that. Boom, 50 grand. Cool. Maybe that's 250. You want to hit $250,000. I don't know what that is in your world. Your goals are your goals, which is amazing. Just write down the first thing that hits you. Now, next, we got to make it real. Why is hitting this income goal important to me? Like, what would that mean to you? Like, if you had never broke 6 figures or had a 10 grand month or a 20 grand month and you went out, you worked, and you hit that first 100 grand year, how good would you feel? And why is hitting this income goal important to you? Is that proving to your kids that mom or dad did it for the first time? Or maybe you're the first person in your family to break that level of income. Maybe you finally wanted to be your own boss, to get into this beautiful real estate business. You fired your old manager and you replaced that corporate income of $75,000 on your own. And you're at home more with your kiddos. I don't know what's important to you. You do. And there's something coming out. Make sure and get clear on that. So list out, why is hitting this income goal important to me? So we're going to do that for income. And we're going to shift gears. Same exact exercise, but for closings. What is my dream closings that I want in 2020? Not what I've sold in the past. Oh, man, last year I only sold 2 homes. Or what do you really want? Man, this year I want to do 2 a month. I want to do 24. What is the first thing that comes to mind for you? I want you to really feel this because those are 24 families, right? Maybe for you, it's 50. Maybe it's 100. Maybe it's 1 a month. I don't know what your goal is. I've helped agents get from anywhere from 1 a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20 plus closings per month. I don't know what you're trying to do, but list that out. The very first thing that comes to mind. I want to help 36 families. I want to help 3 per month. I don't know what that is. Go ahead and list that out. Not what you did last year though. I sold 2 homes last year and man, if I just did 4, no. What do you want to do? What's possible? Would you agree that selling 1 home per month is possible? Yes. 2? Yes. 3? Yes. There's people around you doing it, right? The 4-minute mile's already been ran, okay? What I'm saying is this, people have gone before you. I'm sitting here telling you right now, guys, you can sell 1 home per month, 2 homes per month, 3 homes per month, 4 homes per month, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can show you my business where I've done it. I can show you agents that I've coached who've done it. My peer group that's doing it, then. I can show you models to sell 2 per month. I can show you models to sell 20 per month. It really depends on what you're trying to shoot for. What I'm trying to stress to you is this. It's already been done. So all the difference of you getting there is finding the right model that works for you to get there. Okay. So list that out. Build that dream business. I say you can have a business and a life by design because you're allowed to dream that. If you're like, Nick, I want to sell 1 million homes next year. Okay. That's up to you. If that's important to you, sure. What I'm saying is this, find a goal that really means something to you and let's go chase that, right? Could you imagine helping 25 families next year? 25 families. Being there to help them list their home or achieve the dream of homeownership. 25 different families. What about newlywed couples bringing their babies home from the hospital and painting the rooms pink and blue? Guys, I've been there for those moments. I know you have too. They're amazing, right? Maybe that's important to you. How many referrals could you get off of 24 happy people, right? Anyway, that's your closings goal for the year. And more importantly, why is hitting this closings goal important to me? What would that mean for you to prove that you finally went out and sold 12 homes next year or 24 homes next year? Or you broke 50 closings or 100 closings. I don't know what your goals are, okay? You do. And your goals are important to you. So if you selling 10 homes next year is important to you, let's own that. Let's get real with this goal, okay? Let's get real with this income goal. I'm going to pause real quick. Just if you're here and you're dialed into me, I got to give you some more love right now. I'm going to give you my biggest marketing tools ever. If you have a closings goal, get on Facebook Live, get a video, talk to your database and share it with them. People love helping people out. Let me explain what I mean. If you were to hit live on your Facebook or record a video or write a beautiful letter to your past clients, your network circle, everybody on Facebook and say, hey guys, my goal this year is to help 25 families achieve their dream of homeownership or list a property, but I need your help. Could you send me anybody looking to buy or sell a home? Guys, I've done this every single year for the past 14 years. This is one of my number one marketing tools to get your people engaged with your goal. Engage your clients with your goals. They want to help you, right? If they love you and care about you, their past clients, their friends, their coworkers, their neighbors, they want to help you, but you have to remind them and have to ask them for their support. So say, hey guys, I want to help 25 families. Could you help me out? And then that becomes your mantra for the year. Hey, oh my God, we helped another family. Not I sold another home. Stop pounding your chest. Help a family out. And so anyway, I pause. Guys, I'm a coach. As you can tell, I love helping real estate agents. I just had to get that in there. Take that tool and run with it. Anyway, moving on. Next, my 2020 business. What does your dream business looks like? Now, this might be a little bit bigger exercise, but what I want to tell you is this. You're allowed to design a business how you want to design it. I had 15 entrepreneurs here with me for my transformation house, and I shared with them this concept that we as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as realtors, we create our own jail cells from the inside out and don't even know it. So many agents, Nick, I'm frustrated. I'm driving an hour across town to go show homes. Well, didn't you choose that market an hour across town? Aren't you generating leads an hour across town rather than 15 minutes across town, right? Nick, I got to go freaking do this listing. I hate this owner. Well, you chose to take that client on, right? So when it comes to your business, by design, what does your dream business look like? You're allowed to grab a pen and design that. What time are you getting up? What do you wear? Where do you go to work? Are you going to the local coffee shop to work? And do you have time to take your kiddos to school? Do you get a gym session or get yoga done in the morning? Are you showing homes at nights? Are you not showing homes on the weekends? I don't know what your dream business looks like, but I want to stress to you that you're allowed to set up a dream business and go create that for yourself. You are allowed to. It's your business. You can do with it what you choose. The business should serve you. You shouldn't serve it. It's two ways of looking at that. You're the CEO of this business. When I say stop being a realtor, I mean that. You're not a glorified Uber driver, home showing person that just opens up doors. You're a true expert in real estate. So let's treat it as such. What does your business look like? How many vacations do you take? Sure, you can get into your income, but what does your flow of your business look like? How do clients treat you? Is a lot of your business from referral? How are you perceived online? This is what your dream business looks like. So if you're riding with me right now, go ahead and hit pause, put some music on, or get quiet for that matter. Just dream that up. Because I'll tell you, a lot of businesses that I've helped agents create, they're all by design. How do you know where you're going if you don't draw it out? Get creative with this. This is your business. This is your baby. And really think about that. You're going to be spending 40, 50, 60, 80 hours a week into this business. You're investing in this thing. This is your baby. Design it how you want it to be. I call it flow, right? Can you get in flow with your business? Absolutely. We feel like everything syncs up and the clients that you're attracting in love working with you and you're enjoying yourself versus this type of a business. I'm telling you today, guys, you can have it all with that business. So take some time and design what your dream business looks like. Next, can't have a dream business. You can't crush your income or closings without a marketing plan, right? A goal without a plan is just a wish, okay? So you have to have marketing to back that up. So what marketing will I need in my business to crush all my business and income goals? So with your marketing plan, what are you going to do in marketing this year? Too many agents, guys, fall into this big trap where we become dabblers in like 30 different things. Hear me out in this right now. You're probably going to start laughing. Well, we got to be doing Facebook, right? Then we got to be doing Facebook Lives. Then we got to be doing Facebook posts. And then we got to be doing videos. Then I got to be doing Instagram. Then I got to be doing YouTube. Now I got to be on Snapchat. Now I got to be on TikTok. Now I got to be doing this. Now I got to be doing email campaigns. Now I got to be doing this over here. Now I got to be calling expireds. I got to be doing FISBOs. Oh, got to take care of my spear. Got to do client appreciation parties. Oh, what about Zillow? What about Realtor.com? What about IDX leads? Guys, been in the business for 15 freaking years. Trust me, I know how distracting this can be. But what is your plan? The thing I'm encouraging you to do right now is create a plan for yourself that works for you, not for somebody else. Too often, hear me out on this. We model what other agents are doing because we think that that needs to be our business. Maybe it shouldn't. Let me give you an example, okay? Could you right now go make 300 cold calls and get some clients out of it? Absolutely. I got a ton of friends that do it. I've sold a lot of homes off of cold calls or expireds or whatever, okay? Now, if that works for you, great. But if you don't want to sit and make 3 hours worth of phone calls per day, that's not going to work for you. It might work in the short term, but over 2 or 3 weeks time, 30 days time, you just won't want to do it. You'll associate pain with that. So with your marketing, you have to have something you enjoy doing. I'm not saying it's like eating ice cream, right? We're not laying on a beach, or it's going to be some work there. You have to understand that. But it's got to be something you don't mind doing. However, on the flip side of the coin, I have some friends of mine and some people that I coach that just love calling expireds. That's their superpower, and that's fine too. What is your marketing plan going to be? Can I just give you guys one huge tip? This is what we call our superpower, okay? Developing a marketing superpower is like your thing, right? So think about a superhero right now, okay? So what is Thor? Thor's got a hammer. Batman's got all his gadgets and stuff. Spider-Man, he's got his spider webs, okay? The Hulk, incredible Hulk smash. What is your superpower? Instead of becoming average at 30 different things, I'm telling you to become phenomenal at one thing. Bruce Lee said it best. I don't fear the man that knows 10,000 kicks. I fear the man that's done one kick 10,000 times. And what does that mean? What that means is finding a lead superpower in your business that you go all in on. If you were to find one area that you didn't mind doing and you just literally committed to master it, what do you think would happen with that area? You'd get better at it. Odds are it'd get a little bit more streamlined. You'd have systems in place. Odds are you'd be leaps and bounds ahead of your competition. Once you get good at it, you're most likely going to get some results with that. You're going to get some results with that. You're going to get some closings with that. Closings are going to bring in income. Closings going to bring in referrals. What if you did that then and then doubled down again on that and got better and better and better? Guys, I can show you a superpower that in 1 year's time, one superpower focused for me that was mega open houses. On mega open houses, I generated over $1 million of GCI in 1 year on one lead generation tool. Really think about that. How powerful would that be? I don't know what your superpower is. We're all different, but you have to have some sort of a superpower. Well, Nick, I'm going to focus on social media. That's fine, but you have to make social media your superpower. And there has to be checks and balances. For a superpower to work, I can show you where a superpower can represent 75 to 95% of your closings for the year. How powerful would that be for you right now to have that tool? Like really think about that tool and like you walk to the toolbox. I call it your real estate ATM machine where you could walk in, punch in the code and it spits out a closing. What control would you feel like you had over your business? You would have massive control, right? Because then you could scale up. You actually could take that thing and run with it. Too many agents run around town scatterbrained with no real plan. I want to give you the plan. The art of becoming a triumphant agent is taking your business and taking control over it. But the only way to do it is you're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to put work in one area where you just take that thing and blow it out of the water. And this is how you do it with your superpower. Now, will you have other marketing avenues? Of course, you're going to have other marketing avenues, right? You're going to do some Facebook stuff or some Instagram stuff. You're going to mail list your best clients or whatever that is for you. But out of everything that you're doing, find one and make that your superpower. Now, as you're growing, can you have 2 or 3? Of course, that's how you build a team. That's how you grow from a 6 to a 7-figure business. I can show you 2 superpowers right now for me. 2 superpowers that just alone are over $18 million of commissions. My biggest superpower of all time is past clients and my network circle. Well, Nick, I love referrals too. That seems easy. No, what I'm saying is this. I have systems in place where every single month my clients get a printed newsletter. Every single holiday, they get some letter in the mail or a magnet in the mail. Client appreciation events, referral programs, raffle programs, everything under the sun to love on your clients. That's a superpower. And again, I can show you where 90% of my business today, repeat business and referral because of those systems in place. That's a superpower. So what marketing avenue am I going to go all in on and make my number one lead source and superpower this year? Guys, once you have this, think about the strength, like Thor and his hammer. You know that that is your superpower to change your entire business. So on the left, 2020 marketing plan. On the right, what is your 2020 superpower? If you're riding with me right now, pause this, go put in the work. Now, if you're listening to me or pausing this, I cannot stress enough on the marketing plan. Goals are one thing, guys. I call it hashtag motivated. Everybody's hashtag motivated and hashtag new year, new me and hashtag grinding and gonna launch and I'm going to do this. The marketing plan is how you back that up. Talk is cheap, guys. Real estate isn't necessarily hard. Showing and selling homes isn't necessarily hard. What's hard is the marketing of it. And believe it or not, 50% of your day should be spent in the marketing business. Of your time, you are the CEO of your real estate business. You're the home showing seller. I understand that. But guess what? You're also the head of marketing. So without somebody driving in leads, there's nobody else there to show the homes to. I don't care how good of a home showing seller you are. And you might be phenomenal at it. But without any clients, guess what? That skill's useless. So I'm just encouraging you 2 things. 1, put your plan in place. And 2, follow that plan. If you want to sell more homes this year, you want the magic pill, you have to do more marketing. It's a simple eyeballs game. If you're like, Nick, I'm a loving, sweet, hardworking realtor, that's awesome. I love you for that. I am too. But guess what? There are other realtors out there with less skills than you, with less passion than you, and a smaller heart than you. Don't really care. They're just trying to get a buck, those agents, but they're doing more marketing. They're getting your clients. Don't let that happen. The way to sell more homes, make more money, achieve your business and life by design is to market more. Get more people out there and share your message more. So that's the marketing plan. Next, let's get real with this. What has held you back in the past from achieving these results and these goals in your business? Let me ask you a question. Why is 2020 any different? We come into a new year and there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of excitement and a lot of people set New Year's resolutions. But did you know that by February 1st, 86% of people that set New Year's resolutions have already failed on those 30 days later? Did you know that? Over 95% of all New Year's resolutions don't even make it to the end of the year. Well, why is that? I want you to look internally. I want you to spend some time on this. What has held you back in the past? And own this. Like we talked about, the best thing you can do is be honest with yourself. Why now? Why this year? What's different this year? Why is this year going to be different? I really want you to spend some time on this section and really dial into that. If you're just listening to me, maybe pause me right now and just spend some time thinking. If you're driving, got me in the car, maybe on the treadmill, pause this and really think about, why is this year going to be different? Can you actually draw a line in the sand and make this year different? Yes. What has happened in the past has happened in the past, good or bad. The thing about success, as Jim Rohn said it best, success is never owned, it's rented. And the rent is due every day. I don't care how long you've been doing this business. One of the things that I absolutely love about this real estate business is this. Regardless of what you've done in the past, regardless of what you did last year, last month, or last week, you can today make a decision and reinvent yourself. So why this year? Could you take this year and make this year that year for you, that banner year? I know you can. I believe in you, and I'm telling you that. I'm giving you permission to make this year that year. But you have to own this. What has held you back in the past? I want you to spend some time in this, okay? Spend some time. What's held you back from hitting your income and your business goals, and why will 2020 be different? Now, once you've had that, it's time to get to work. One of the things that I do, and one of the biggest things I'm known for in life, is my 30-day challenge. So what the 30-day challenge simply is, instead of talking about things or wishing things will happen, you set a goal for 30 days and something that you can do inside of those 30 days in action, okay? And here's what a 30-day challenge is not. Nick, in 30 days, I'm going to sell 3 homes. No, okay? It's not the long-term goal. What the goal of the 30-day challenge is, what actions can you take inside of those 30 days to get where you want to go? So let me give you an example. Could you, for the next 30 days, work out every single day? Yes. It's got to be quantifiable and it's got to be trackable, okay? So let's use this fitness example. It's just such an easy example. The 30-day challenge, could you say, in the next 30 days, I'm going to work out 30 times? Cool. Well, what's quantifiable? The 30. What's trackable? The 30. Okay. But what's the 30 workouts going to do? The 30 workouts are going to lead to X, right? Lead to weight loss, whatever that is. Okay. So that's a 30-day challenge. What's a 30-day challenge in your business? Could be, are you going to post on social media 30 times over the next 30 days? Yes. Could you say, hey, over the next 30 days, I'm going to run 3 open houses per week. That's going to be 12 open houses. Quantifiable and trackable? Yes. Are you going to say, over the next 30 days, I'm going to send out 2,000 letters? Yes. Quantifiable, trackable. It's got to be something that is trackable over the 30 days. So what could you commit to for the next 30 days to help you achieve your business and income goals? Could that be a Facebook Live twice a week? Yes. So what would that mean over 30 days? That'd mean 8 Facebook Lives. So if you were to call me in 30 days and say, hey, Nick, here's how I did, I would say, cool. What was your goal? You'd say 8. And I'd say, how many did you do? And you said 8. If you said 3, guess what? You didn't hit the 30-day challenge. You'd have to start over. So what could you commit to for the next 30 days? But look at it this way. How would you feel 30 days from now if that thing that you want to do in your business, you finally just ripped the Band-Aid and went after it? Let me share with you a quick story. Very first person to come to me came to me for help with my Triumphant life. And they're like, Nick, I need some help. This gentleman was 50 pounds overweight at the time. We started talking. He's like, Nick, I'm depressed. I just went through this massive surgery. I'm upset. My body's not where it should be. I don't feel good about myself. I don't have the confidence right now. Help me. Can you please help me? He was begging. He's like, please help me. I said, how do I help him? He said, I'm going to put him on a 30-day challenge. And so I said, listen, for the next 30 days, could you work out? Do a small little workout every day, 20 minutes. Could you just get up and go for a walk every morning? He said, yeah, I could. I said, I'm not asking you to run 10 miles. I'm asking you to just get up every day, 7 a.m., go for a jog. Could you do that? He said, yeah. I said, could you give me 20, 30 minutes a day? He said, yeah. So this gentleman went out and he started his 30-day challenge. Quantifiable, trackable? Yes. 30 workouts. Okay. 30 days. And again, we didn't want him to go kill himself. He wasn't running 10 miles a day because we wanted this to last. So we got up first day, 7 a.m. I think he ran quarter of a mile, right? Walking, running, 15, 20 minutes. Okay. Day 2, ran again. Day 3, ran again. Day 4, ran again. Day 7, ran again. Well, after about the first week, this gentleman was up to a mile a day. Really think about that. On the front end, 7 days prior, he was sluggish. He was embarrassed. He was out of shape. He was huffing and puffing. I remember him telling me he could barely run and people were running past him. He was kind of embarrassed about it. By the 14th day, he was running 1, 2, and 3 mile days, putting in 30 minutes, 45 minutes a morning. So this 7 a.m. just kept going. That's just 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in comes. It's a Saturday. It's the last day of his 30-day challenge. Now, again, this gentleman had ran 29 times that month. He was already down like 8 pounds in that first month. So that morning he went out on his 7 a.m. jog and he tied his shoes and he started and he ran his first mile and he ran his second mile and he ran his third mile. He ended up running another mile and one more. And on the 30th day of this 30-day challenge, this guy that was 50 pounds overweight, could barely run to the end of the block and back, was able to run 5 miles. And I remember the story very, very vividly because he got to the end of the 30 days and he got to the end of the 5 miles, had lost like 8 or 9 pounds. But who had accomplished that after the 30 days? He had on his own. The success started adding up, right? And I remember on the 30th day, we got to talk about this. And he started crying as he had finished the 5 miles, looking back how far he had come in 30 days. From rock bottom, mentally, physically, 50 pounds overweight to 8, 9 pounds lost. I mean, a 5-mile jog in one city where 30 days prior, he didn't think he could do anything. He just needed the faith, the momentum. And how do I know this story so well? Because I'm actually him. And I was the first person to put myself through the 30-day challenge. So what you may or may not know about me is 2 years ago, I had an accident and a tumor growing on my spine and I was paralyzed from the waist down. And I had a 7.5-hour spine surgery. I was in the ICU for 11 days. So my rock bottom was coming out of being paralyzed and beating a tumor and beating the ICU. And I had put on 50 pounds and I was embarrassed and I was in a bad depression and I didn't know where or how to start. But I had always knew about challenges and I knew about committing to something. And that day, the 30-day challenge was born. And the reason I share this long story with you has nothing to do about me and everything about you is I don't know where you're at in your business right now or your life for that matter. And we're going to get into your life stuff. But if you could start today and commit to something for the next 30 days, how good would you feel in 30 days? Well, I'll tell you how it is for that young man a year and a half later. I actually lost the 50 pounds. Ended up moving to San Diego and running on the beach every morning. That's just become a part of my life. Ran a few miles this morning from a guy that could barely get to the end of the block and back, not thinking if I was ever going to walk again. Look at this in your business. If you've been wanting to do better at social media, go crush this in 30 days on social media. You'll get good at it. If you want to get good at video, go crush a 30-day challenge in video. You want to do better with your past clients, go crush something there. I don't know what you're working on in your business, and I'm totally cool with that. What I'm telling you is this. Put something that you can track, put on the calendar and go get it. Little trick for you guys as a side note. If you want to roll with this, hit me up. I'd love to get you all my information on the 30-day challenge. It's my life's passion. 30-day challenge has changed a lot of lives. It means the world to me to be able to help and serve. But one of the things you can do is go get a calendar. And you can actually hang a calendar, like a magnetic calendar on your fridge, and you can cross off every day with an X. And that's what I did. I actually just finished another 30-day challenge. I was just vegetarian for 30 days. And every day I cross that off. You can get them on Amazon. They're like $13, $15 on Amazon. And it's just this highlighter, erasable marker, whiteboard. And you can just cross that off that way. Or print one off or whatever that is, do it in a journal. But you can hold on to that and show your family and show your friends or your colleagues that you're crushing this 30-day challenge. So what can you commit to for the next 30 days? Put that on paper and let's get moving on. As much as we talk about real estate businesses, guys, I think we get so caught up in this identity of realtor and entrepreneur and all the above. And I'm good with all that. You can tell we just poured our hearts and souls into that. What about your personal goals, though? You have some personal goals you want to do this year? I'm sure you do. I know I do, too. So spend some time dreaming on this. And if things are important to you, that's fine. But what matters to you? Like, what do you want to do this year? Do you want to get in shape or do you want to take a trip? This year, one of my goals, I want to go to Greece. So we actually just booked the trip. That mission's going to be accomplished in the next couple months. What goals matter to you? Do you want to buy an investment property this year? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you want X amount in the bank? I don't know what that is in your world. You do, okay? You can figure out what your personal goals are. So I want you to pause this if you're rolling with me. If not, when you get to this section, what are your personal goals? I'm just telling you guys this. You can have what you want, right? If you want to drive that new BMW, freaking let's put a plan in place. Let's go, don't get it till you've earned it, but let's put a plan in place. Let's go crush that, right? What matters to you? Do you really want to get your dream home this year? Or like I said, buy those investment properties. Do you want to flip some homes or take your family to Disney World or on that Disney cruise? I don't know what matters to you. For me, one of my biggest goals I ever had all time growing up, we're from Ireland. And my father had never been back to Ireland. Nobody in our family had been back to Ireland. One of my biggest goals when I started selling homes was to take my dad to Ireland. And I'll never forget setting this goal on January the 1st and working all year long and taking a bit of every closing. And I was able to take my dad and my brother on an all expensive paid trip to Ireland and stay in a castle and go to the Guinness factory and be there for my father's birthday. And he was the first Trevillian to go back. And that was because of me and this goal. Guys, personal goals are very, very powerful, but you have to write them down. And you've got to get real on this and you got to get clear on this. You got to know what they are. You got to know what you're shooting for. So when it comes up, you're like, oh, that's what I'm shooting for. So I don't know what that is in your life, your health, your wellness. I don't care what that is for you. You know what I'm talking about. So go ahead and pause this, knock your personal goals out, but get clear on that. And here's a really fun thing. Tell your family about it. Tell your spouse about it. Say, hey, babes, here's what I want to do with the family this year. Or, hey, can we start working towards this? Maybe create a little jar for it, right? Like, as you're building up to that. So those are your personal goals. Again, goals are just wishes, right? Unless we put a plan in place to go get that. So what could you set around your personal goals for a 30-day challenge? We have a business 30-day challenge, but do a personal one too. I love to run simultaneous 30-day challenges because it just becomes you for 30 days. If you want to get fit as one of your personal goals, could you do that? Yes. Could you go work out 3 times per week? I know you could. That's barely 3 hours a week. So stop saying there's not enough time when you have the time. It just wasn't important to you. Let's get real with this. Do you want to lose X amount of weight? Put a plan in place. Do you want to try a no soda challenge for 30 days? Sure. Do you want to read every day for 30 days? Absolutely. I don't know what's going on in your world, but what I'm telling you is this. Put a 30-day challenge in place and start building up the activities, the habits that you need to go crush your personal and business goals. And how will that feel 30 days from now looking back? How would that feel 30 days looking back that you would accomplish this, guys? That's it. That's the personal goals, and that's the 30-day challenge. So if you're flowing here on video, there's some notepads and some action items there. And that's really the planner, right? To scribble up, to just dial into your life, right? And at the end of the day, guys, finish your planner with this. The future is yours if you're daring enough to create it. And it really is. This real estate business is amazing. You can have, be, and do anything that you want to do in this business and in this life. And in the book of your life, you hold the pen. In the book of your business, you hold the pen. And that's what I call a life and a business by design. So I really hope that this planner has helped you, helped spark some thought for you. And understand, there's so many beautiful opportunities out there for you in this business, in this life, as long as you're willing to put a plan in place, dream it first, of course, but then back that up with a whole lot of passion, love, and hard work. I believe in you. Sometimes we just need somebody to just say, hey, you can do this. You absolutely can do this. Guys, when I first got into real estate, I was 19 years old. I dropped out of college to do this, left a football scholarship on the table to do this, dove full on into real estate. And after 8 months, I hadn't sold a single home. And I was scared. I was upset. I was embarrassed. I was borrowing money from friends and family. And 8 months later, I met my mentor and he put me on a path that changed the trajectory of my career when I was 19 years old. 8 months, not a single sale. On my 6th day with him, a sale. On my 12th day with him, another sale. A few hundred more with him. I was able to branch off from there when I was 23 years old, start my own brokerage at 23 years old, put up $1.5 million of commissions right by my 24th birthday. I was so proud of that. I was 24 years old in this business. I was voted top 40 realtors under 40, top 100 most influential agents. I was able to write a book about this, start a podcast about this. I never thought in a million years that would be possible. So why am I sharing that with you? I can show you 1,000 stories of reasons real estate doesn't work and agents that left the business, or maybe even stuff you're getting right now. Oh, you better be careful out there. Real estate's tough. Susie had a go of it. Susie didn't make it. I understand that, but I can also show you 1,000 reasons of why this business is amazing. And I shared with you mine. And all I'm simply trying to sum up is this. You can do it. You can go crush this real estate business. I'm here for you every step of the way. If there's anything I can possibly do to help you, as you guys can tell, I just gave this away for free. I'm pouring my heart and soul into this podcast here, into the planner, just because helping real estate agents. Just one idea, one strategy can change their life because it changed mine. And I made my mentor a promise then because I wouldn't be in this business without him. I call him Grandpa Mentor. Now he's the Papa. As I said, hey man, I'm going to give this back. I'm going to pour as much love into agents as I can as you did to me and just pay that forward. So if there's anything I can do for you, hit me up on Instagram, Nicholas Trevillian at the Triumphant Life, on Facebook. But take this planner and run with this. Take this podcast, listen to this a few times. Subscribe to the podcast if you haven't. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't. But dial into this year. Let's make this year that year. I mean, how would you feel in January, coming into the new year, through the holidays, knowing that you just crushed whatever that goal was for you, 100 grand a year, 200 grand a year, 50 grand a year, I don't care. Where you're sitting there at Christmas opening presents, having a cup of coffee, or having eggnog with the family, having Christmas dinner, and you're just like, whoa, that was a lot of work. Yeah. And I will be the first one to promise you that. I'm looking at the kids' faces. Maybe that's your grandkids. Maybe that's your kids or your niece, your nephew, your spouse, and knowing that you would just crush this business because that dream is possible. Really, that future right there is yours if you're daring enough to create it and back it up with hard work. I believe in you. Talk soon.
I'm the champion, not the champion. Stop.